What's happening? And welcome back, guys. Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant, helping you to account for your life. I want to welcome you to another episode of the Account for Your Life podcast. And today we are coming to you live from inside of the revamped office. We are revamping the office. We put down some new floors. Just got it painted, some new lighting in here, and we're doing a few more things in here as well. So I'm recording from my phone and, in office that's still being worked on. But anyway, guys, I wanted to come on. This is episode 1001. And as we jump off this is May 1st. May 1st. What what will you accomplish in May? What are we going to accomplish this month? And as we think about what we're going to accomplish this month, I thought about reasons why, or potentially what the biggest thing that comes in the way of many of us when it comes to accomplishing. And it's this thing called an excuse. Have you ever made an excuse about something that you wanted to accomplish? Yeah, me too. I made plenty of excuses, and you know, when I think about what an excuse is, oh, you know what? Before I tell you about that, I want to share with you my inspiration for even wanting to talk about this. I was watching a sermon recently. Pastor Debonair Snell, he's the pastor of the Oak University Church in Huntsville, Alabama. And I was listening to a sermon that he did a couple weeks ago, and it inspired me because it was on excuses. It was like he was talking about excuses, and he was talking about the different things that happened. He gave a great story of Moses, and just kind of went through things that they do. And he just broke it down in such a way that I just felt the call to say, hey man, excuses is something that blocks many of us. And then I had to look in the mirror and found that excuses have blocked me. Excuses have blocked me. And so Pastor Snell, he also wrote a book called Excuseless. I don't have it in here with my office. I think it's in my bag, but it's called Excuseless. You should go to Amazon and pick that up. The Excuseless book. That'll be a companion that we can talk about at some point. I haven't actually started reading it yet because I just got it 2 days ago. So that's something that you can use like as a tool if as you're looking at potentially just knocking off these excuses that we had in our lives. So I was inspired by that. I said, all right, what's an excuse that has come up for me, and so I'll use health. So you can see me. I don't look bad. That's a pretty decent guy. I'll use health. But one of the things that I've struggled with in my health, especially my physical health, is my six pack. I've struggled with my six pack. And right now I'm carrying a little bit of something in, and I've made excuses about why I've not gotten a six pack. What kind of excuses have I made personally? Why didn't I get a six pack? Here's one of the excuses I made. Well, you know, I I can I can eat a little bit of that. I can just do a little bit. There's nothing wrong with a little bit, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Because a little bit is just fine. It's moderation. And I agree with it. When it comes in the way of what you want, then I can no longer agree with it. I can't say that that's good. I have to say that that's not good. If if what I want if I want a six pack, if you want a six pack, then that means there's going to be something we got to get rid of. I'm going to have to get rid of something. What am I going to get rid of? Well, you know what it is for me? It's sugar. It's absolutely sugar. I don't think it's regular food. I think it's sugar. Um, I might eat. It could be fat too. I may eat too many things that be fat. Could have more fat in it. If there was one, I think it would be sugar. Man, the sugary sweeteners that's in my coffee creamer, right? And then I also thought about what's in the coffee creamer. Like, I don't use the almond coffee cream as much as I used to. These days, I typically use just like light cream. But then, I use some agave, put a little agave in. So I said, well, maybe if I don't put any agave in, what would that do? How could I get myself off of that addiction of sugar? Because look, at the end of the day, many of us are addicted to sugar. And I'll be the first to say that I may have had some addictions to it. So that's one thing, right? So then oh, if I look at professionally, business wise, what excuses have I personally made when it's come to not reaching the goals that I may want to reach? Oh man, that could be a long list, but what's one of the biggest ones that I've used when it comes to that? And maybe you have to, like, I don't know. I don't have enough time. Man, it's just not enough time in the day, to get all this stuff done. Does it happen to you? You make, oh, it's just not enough time. Well, what I can personally take away from not having enough time means I'm probably doing something I should be doing. So that means I have to prioritize the things that need to get done on a daily basis because because when I prioritize, then I will know where I should spend my time. When after all these years, I should know. But you know what? Just because I know something doesn't mean I do it. Knowledge and wisdom are totally different. Wisdom is the application of truth. Knowledge is just when we, just kind of know about it. So being able to apply the wisdom that if there's a wisdom about something, applying it, success in anything requires priorities, right? What do we want to be successful at? What does account for your life really mean to me? What does that really mean to you? And if you're new, it may not mean anything to you. But here's what I'll tell you: if you don't account for your life, then I can guarantee you that there's some things that may not come about because account for your life is the accounting that we do so that we can get what it is that we want. Who doesn't want to get? Come on now, you want to get more money. You want to get better health. You want to get better relationships. You want to get something. There's something we want to get. You want to get a six pack abs. You want to get being stronger. We all want to get something, and to get something, we've got to account for something. It's health, got to account for that. How am I eating? How am I moving my body? Then when I account for it, I can easily look back and see what happened. I can say, "Ooh, look at that. For the last month, I've done X. For the last year." It's nothing like looking back. When I think about it, I said I wouldn't have it no other way than to have spent the time that I've been spending doing push-ups every day for 2000 in 2024. 500 push-ups a day. Jay, why are you doing it? Because it's just something to do. It's hard. Most people won't do it. So I'm of the thing that, man, I got to do hard. I want to find hard things to do because it fortifies something. What does a hard thing fortify? If you had to think of it, what does a hard thing fortify in a person's life? You want to know what it does? This is my answer. It fortifies your ability to do things. It gives you a confidence that, you know what, I'm confident because I did that. I know I can do this. See, because usually when we don't do something, our minds are programmed to go back to see, well, what can I compare this to? How can I compare doing this to doing that? Well, you know what? Y'all don't have anything to compare, so there's no way that I'll be able to do that. I've had many people, like in the very beginning of the year, it's like, you crazy. 500 push-ups a day, there's no way I can do that. You're right. There's no way you can do that. Because if you try to do it, you can't because you said it. When I said I can do, listen, I gotta be honest. I did it for a short period in 2000, I think it was 18. I did, it might have been 19, I can't remember, 1,000 push-ups a day. It was a short period though. I didn't go this long. I think I was doing it maybe the first 3 months of that year and I stopped. Why did I stop? I don't know. See, what if I didn't stop doing 1,000 push-ups? Just say that was 2019. It's 2024. It's 2024. That would be 5 years. What would have happened in 5 years had I not stopped doing 1,000 push-ups a day? I don't know. I will never know. But now I'm doing 500 a day. So 5 years from now, when we look up and they say, Jay, you still doing the push-ups? Yes, I do. You do. Yeah. Feels good after I do it. I feel amazing after I do it. Even when it's late at night, like yesterday, it was like 11:30. Sometimes I have to stay up later at night just to finish them. And that's not necessary. I don't like it. I don't like having to stay up later, but you know what? I do it because I said I want to do it. And this is how I'm building. I'm building a fortification of my mind to test myself and to teach myself how to get things done. So I don't make an excuse, man, because I was driving. I was in the car all day yesterday driving for 7 hours. And I'm tired, man, body tired. Oh, I was sore because I'd done some. I was working on a part of my body that I hadn't worked out in a long time, and my inner thighs were so sore I could barely walk. Well, that's an excuse that I could easily say, well, because I'm tired and so I should do these push-ups. I could have easily done it, but I didn't make any excuses. Not be, I just was like, hey, I'm just going to do it, and I'm just going to do it anyway. And I'm just going to do it anyway. Every night that it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm just going to finish it anyway. And in my mind, I said, this is something that I was born to accomplish every day. Now, last thing, before we jump out of here with these excuses, it's easy to make an excuse. It's easy to make an excuse. Now, why? Why do we make excuses? See, here's why I would make an excuse. I don't know why you make an excuse. I make an excuse to feel better because I want to use some outside force or something outside of me as the reason why something didn't happen. So when I make an excuse, it's to make me feel better. It's to make me or just release me from any like responsibility when it came or when it comes to being accountable. That's why I would make an excuse. Well, Jay, why didn't you get it done? Oh man, there was this, that, and the third going on. It rained yesterday. Man, I'm talking. I was driving, and my son was talking to me, and all these things happened. So that's why excuses. Now, a reason is different than an excuse. Sometimes a reason is something that actually can stop you. A reason. What if I was in a car accident? That would be a reason. That's not an excuse. What if something happened that literally physically became physically unable to do the thing that I was supposed to do? Reasons are okay. Excuses aren't. So what are we going to take away on this first day of, this excuse less journey? If we're going on an excuse less journey, here's what I take away. And then you can share what your takeaway. If there is no, when there is something to do, we do it. When there is something that we said we were going to accomplish, that I said I'm going to accomplish, I do it. Now here's how you do it. Say you have a big goal. Say like me, and you're a multi 7-figure business, and that that's yours. Say that that's one of yours. Say, it's the 6-pack abs. Say it's the 20 or 30 pounds off. Say it's, whatever it is, to get a better job. Whatever your thing is. The, the way that we obliterate the excuses is today. Forgetting the past. We have to forget the fact that we've made excuses before. So that's the first thing, like getting rid of that. So we're going to forget the past. We're going to step into the present day. Today is May 1st. We're going to step into May 1st. And then from stepping into May 1st, we're going to pull. This is what we're going to pull from our vision. We're going to pull our vision. We're going to pull the desires of our heart. We're going to pull that priority, that prioritized thing. We're going to pull that right to where we are, to where it's actually today. You wanted something, then that means that we have to embody it today. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I say embody it today, then that means that if I say that, oh, I want to have this, it's no longer I want to have. Oh, this is who I am. This is who I am. Listen, my body produces, or my body burns all the fat off. That's what my body does. My body does that seamlessly, effortlessly. Listen, right now today, our business helps thousands of business owners to account for their life and their business because we understand that both areas are important. And because of that, it's taking people beyond where right now. That's what our business is doing. The books and the programs that that we have that we create is literally transforming people's lives so that they can become more aware of who they are. They're discovering their unique gifts and their purposes. They're using this platform called faith in order to have, in order to become the people that they know that they should become. That's what's today. And then we live from that understanding. We live there and we move forward. We say, man, today is the day. Today is the day because everything in my life is exactly how I envisioned it. Can you envision your life? Listen, don't allow an excuse to get the best of you. Take those excuses and forgive. And take what it is that you have today, that you used to want in the future. Now accept them in the present. That'll be the way that we can fight off all excuses. We are living an excuseless life. So, guys, I thank you for joining me for this episode of the I AFYL Podcast. Don't forget in the description of this video, or wherever you're watching this or listening to this, you can find resources. There's our new book is there, Living Life Next Level. Our first book is in there, Next Level Faith. You want to check those out. We got a brand new book. There's going to be another book that's going to be coming out in the next 30 to 45 days, maybe 2 months. And I'm looking forward to letting you guys in on what it is that we're doing so you can go beyond in your finances, go beyond in your life, so you can go beyond to have beyond freedom. Guys, thank you for joining me. I will see you on the next episode.